Good morning students, myself BADI ALEKHYA, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, RMD Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss that how to write a simple exceptional handling program and how to handling the exception, how the program will handle multiple catch blocks at a time, and also we discussed that scenario type of questions how to write by using exceptional handling programming concepts. If you observe this scenario, consider the following exceptional handling Java program. So in the next slide I mentioned that they mentioned one Java program. They asked to check the program carefully and find out if there is any errors occurs. The second line will represent that after observing the program we have to find out that any errors is present in that particular code or not. So first line they are giving one program, and second line they are asking that whether any errors is present in the given program or not. If yes, if errors is present, how you can fix that error. If errors is present in that particular program, how you are going to handle that errors. If not, why not. So if you are not able to do that things, why not you cannot able to solve that questions. So give your proper argument, you give your correct explanation. So they insist that we are not going to insert or remove anything from the code. So here they restrict that we are not going to insert or remove anything from the code, but for your understanding I did both the things without removing what the things will be happened, what type of exceptions will be faced, and what type of errors will be faced. And after inserting anything, after removing anything, what's the expected outputs, we will in detail see that how to analyze and how to find the bugs in the given program. So this program will helpful to find out the bugs in the given program. If you observe that, okay, everybody aware of that, don't think that the packages are not present on the top. We imagine that the top packages are observed on the top. So and they asked to the class is present, main method created, inside the try block is there, catch block is there. So everything is fine, and after that if you observe entering into the logic of the try block, and they initialized a equal to 0 and they initialize that b equal to 42a. So a value we are initialized to 0, but you didn't perform any operation by using the variable a. So 42a they are giving. So by running I run that program, I will show what's the thing will rise by the compiler. And they created a multiple catch block. First block will consisting of normal exception, and second block will consisting of arithmetic exception. Okay, so if you observe here, this program stores an error. So why this program stores an error? Here also I missed some things whether you identified or not. So if I mix the parenthesis also, here also it will raise errors, missing parenthesis. This is a normal type of syntactic error. So if I forget that to close this, oh, I open this parenthesis but I forget to close this parenthesis. Now this type of errors we are called it as syntactic errors or compile time errors. And after that if you observe here, two catch blocks is there. What is the answer? First a equal to 0 is there, b equal to 42a. Theoretically I have explained first and I practically shows. Yes, this program stores an error. When you observe that int b equal to 42, now we cannot declare like this. So how we can fix this like this? Already I initialize the a value is 0. If I perform any operations between the variable a and that 42, we can fix that errors. So I can fix that errors by 42 divided by a. If I fix the error like this, instead of giving 42 into a, if I fix the error by using 42 divided by a. So you observe here this program, imagine that 0 is there, this is not possible, that throws an error, compile time error is not declarable. And then I am going to fix this error by using the symbol division. Instead of using asterisk plus that and all, I am using the symbol division. If I use the symbol division, that solution will not raise any error now. That solution also will raise an error message. that exception we call it as arithmetic exceptions. Okay, so theoretically you didn't understand that. I will show that how the output will be. So if you observe that I am running that thing, so same program I copied here. If you observe here, uh, I am declaring the variable, but I didn't perform any operations between this number and this variable. I am running this program now. It says that not a statement. It's not a statement. So in the question they ask that whether it throws an error. What is your answer? Yes, it throws an error. Which type of error it throws? It's not a statement. So now I am going to fix this error. In the next slide I am going to show how can I fix this error. First you understand what's their first question. Under their given program, is there is any present error is present or not? Yes, it throws an error. So which type of errors? This is not a statement. So same thing I am going to execute it in the next slide. Same program. I am going to fix, don't observe this thing, I am going to fix this thing 42 divided by A. Instead of I put place one operator between 42 and A, division operator. If I perform division like this, 42 divided by 0, which type of exception it is? Divide by 0 exception. So I am performing any operation like that. Runtime input I did mistake. Operation it will did some mistake now. If you observe here in our program, they give two catch blocks. If they give two catch blocks, if I am using the two catch blocks, what's the statement? If I using one catch block, what is the output? If I both catch blocks, if I use, what's the output? We will see. So if I imagine that I am using only arithmetic exceptions, therefore if any error, runtime errors will be takes place here, S 42 divided by 0 will raise some exception. So if exception will rise, it will throws to which block? Catch block. It throws that exception to the catch block. So what is the statement present inside the catch block will be printed on the screen, that is arithmetic exception. If you observed here, public class exception, same thing, same code. I am doing some modification, but instead of second catch block, I commented second catch block and I only run first catch block. So okay, if I error thrown, yes, 42 divided by 0 throws an exception. It will be printed what is the statement present under the catch block, only exceptions. So next statement, this is my final conclusion of this session. If I use both the statements, under that both the statements, on top if I am using arithmetic exception, on bottom I am using normal exception. So among these two catch blocks, which will be preferred now? Arithmetic exception only will be preferable. Okay, but according to rule, immediate catch block will be executed. In our exceptional handling concept, after try, immediate catch block will be executed. So if immediate catch block will be executed, now arithmetic exception will be printed. Before that I will conclude one of the basic concept here. Here arithmetic exception is a parent class, arithmetic is a exception is a child class of the exception. If you imagine that exception is a top class, on bottom of exception class hierarchy arithmetic exception will be there. So if you observe that, if child class will what is the rule? Immediate catch block will be printed. So after try I am mentioning immediate catch block is child class. If immediate catch block is child block, if immediate catch block is child exception, then the child exception will be printed. Again I repeat that, if the immediate after try the immediate catch block is the child exception, it will be printed. Next, if you observe this thing means after try block, if the immediate catch block, immediate now after try, what is the first catch block? That catch block is a parent exception. So here parent exception is exception and child exception is arithmetic exception. After try, if your immediate catch block is parent exception, it will raise an error because the child exception only will be caught first. But after try block, the immediate catch block is parent class. That's why, That's why it's rising some error. That's why I concluded the sessions for today. I hope you understand how we are executing multiple catch statements. Thank you much. We will meet with some other new concepts in the next session.